My, aren't you a tall drink of water, and I just love moisture. Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. I am SWAK, and today I want to play a game that's part of the Sealed with a Kiss visual novel game jam called Single Vampires in Your Area. Cute. Even cuter. You dragged your feet up the stairs and down the halls of your apartment building. It was a long day at the Space Cafe, making drinks and politely listening to the same regulars making the same small talk. Weather has been weird lately. Can you believe it's New Year's already? It's so busy here today, huh? You reached the hallway to your apartment. No matter, you were off of work now and had a few days off too, which was rare. You were free to spend a few days lazing about, reading your favorite magazine and doing some sketching. And playing 10 hours of Pal World. You fiddled your keys in the door, trying to coax the cheap lock to cooperate, another complaint for the landlord. Just then, muffled yelling made its way out into the hallway. You could only sigh. Ugh. You always do this. Oh sure, it's always my fault. My parents are coming all the way from the Pleiades. I told you weeks ago. Whatever, I'm sick of this. I'm leaving. Jeez, guys, putting your business out there. I should knock on the door and say, "Let me in, I'm nosy." The door across from you jerked open, and a short Martian stomped out, slamming the door behind him and marching away down the hallway. Now, when you say Martian, do you mean an actual alien? As you finally got your door unlocked, you could hear muffled sobbing. Aw, you winced sympathetically. Not even aliens could avoid the many pitfalls of relationship drama. Oh, so that was an alien. Oh. You shook your head. You were going to be different. Someday, soon, you would find real love, and you'd have your happily ever after. Nothing was going to stop you. Ah! You fell into your apartment, and onto your face. Huh? You looked back to find a small box right outside your door. You must have been so preoccupied that you missed it. Not even bothering to get up, you dragged the box over. It's as fragile. This side up. You're mishandling my packages. You're lucky that it's probably a plushie or something. I'm certainly not expecting a delivery. Sure enough, the tag on the box had your neighbor's name on it. Violet Heights, Apartment 8, Constellation City, Ellis Clare. Fangs delivery. Oh, is this delivered by a bat? You groaned and got up. This was the second time this week that you had received someone else's mail. You were starting to seriously suspect that the delivery man just wanted to mess with you. With some effort, you picked up the box and carried it over to your neighbor. You knocked on the door. No response. Ellis, the man who lived there, was always on the go, so no surprise he wasn't home. You gently placed the box down in front of the door. You should probably leave him a note. You grabbed a sticky note and pen from your apartment and scribbled down a note. This was in front of my door. Espoir, please check that your delivery address is correct. Listen, buddy. Listen, we can't have that. It would be best to prevent any more mishaps like this one. Get it together, Ellis. Your efforts were wasted, though, as the door pulled open, revealing, not your neighbor? Nah. Hey, oh, my, aren't you a tall drink of water, and I just love moisture.
And I just love moisture.
Can I help you? Your usual neighbor was a middle-aged man with black hair and warm brown eyes. The complete opposite of the man before you right now. This man had pale blue hair and was considerably taller. He also wasn't wearing a shirt, yeah, I noticed, but you tried your best not to focus on that. I am looking. disrespectfully. Oh, he's not Ellis? Ellis? Did you get a super ridiculous makeover? Ellis? He smirked at that. Do I look like Ellis?
No.
You look like somebody who I really hope is single. So, are you gonna tell me what you want, or... Oh, right. God, this is awkward. Male! Now, let's keep our heads. We must stay focused. Brothers and sisters, we must stay focused. I got Ellis's mail by mistake. The man bent down to pick up the box, pausing to regard the sticky note. A SWAK, huh?
Yes, it means hope in French.
He smirked at you. How neighborly of you. I'll give this to Ellis when he gets back. Before you could get a chance to reply, he stepped back inside and closed the door. Hey! You were left standing in the hallway, confused. That was so rude. After another moment, you returned to your own apartment. You grabbed a drink from the fridge and some leftovers before finally reaching your bedroom. Hint, click on something.
Oh, okay. Okay, thank you for telling me.
Hey, what's this suspicious book tucked under the bed?
Cute!
Rogue magazine. Shocking. New information leaked about Mars beauty recall. Find out what Cassandra Perret says about dating on the catwalk. Ha 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 ha. Snakely Gorgon shares the secret to rock-hard abs that last a lifetime. It always has the hottest gossip and advice. One time, the horoscope even predicted the end of a relationship for you. Catgirl summer is here. Why hasn't there been a catgirl summer? Also, that's a cute top. Let me borrow that top. Then again, the witch writing the horoscopes is world famous, so it makes sense. The best thing about it is the quizzes, though. Your coworkers at the cafe always laugh at you for doing the quizzes on your breaks. But they're wrong. You won't be discouraged so easily. If Rogue Magazine says a vampire is your ideal match, then a vampire is your ideal match. Oh. Leave the boring logic to others, throw caution to the wind, and chase that love. It's closer than you think. Ma'am, who's writing these? Get out of my brain. What's this big old boy here? Your cow plushie. This plushie is very sentimental. Your last boyfriend had been disappointing in many ways. Mostly he kept ditching you during dates. Work, he said. Work turned out to be that the harpy he's always with, and she was literally a harpy, wasn't she? Whatever, she could have him. You decided to buy yourself an emotional support cow instead. I like this emotional support cow. Benjamin the cow was way more comforting to have around.
Oh, Benjamin. Oh, what's this? What that?
Ooh, pretty. Your sketchbook. Once you had dreamed of becoming an artist for Rogue Magazine, but it turns out the starving artist stereotype exists for a reason. Got beads on my window. Got stickers, star stickers. The view. Your apartment may be cheap and small, and your neighbors may be loud and annoying, but you sure did get lucky to have a nice view of Constellation City. Pretty. Ooh, what's this? You think you can hide from me? A CD. If only you'd written down what you had burnt onto this. It probably has some weird folk grunge from that brief phase you went through. Burnt CDs? What is this, the 2000s? The lead singer of Zup, or Z-Up. She's so cool, pretty, successful, in a happy relationship. Unlike you. Hey, I'm doing my best. Ooh, what's on the calendar? Anything special there? No? Alright. Read a book, yoga, fold laundry. That fold laundry one's gonna be there for a while. Sticky notes. Something about putting away and folding your laundry, reading a book, and taking up yoga. One of these days I'll get to these things. Soda. Indeed, with little stars in it. Everyone agrees citrus sunburst is the best soda flavor, followed closely by bubblegum potion. Ooh. Alright, let's get on with it. You had barely opened the news page when a pop-up appeared. Single vampires in your area. Join now. That's sort of suspicious. But this might be a sign from the universe. Oh yeah. Sure, why not? What's your username? Use my hacker name, Void Violet. Welcome to Vamp Chat. Finding matches in your area. You've been matched with Cupcake 1. Bloodcake, cute. Hey. You a guy? No, I'm not. Sorry. No problem. Good luck on here. You too. Bloody Cupcake has left the chat. Aw. Oh, alright. I suppose. Bennett XD? Hello. Sup? You down for some fun? What? Oh, come on. Send me your address. I'll make it worth it. No. No. Whatever. Bennett XD has left the chat. Well, maybe that's good for everybody. You've been matched with XX Demno XXX. You glanced out your window. It was dark out already. I'll try one more time, and then I'll go to bed. Hey. Hello. So, question. Oh no. I'm not sending you my address. Please don't ask for my address. No, I was gonna ask what your blood type was, but now I'm intrigued. Sorry, just a bad day today. Here, you can have my address instead, as a peace offering. Oh, no need. Violet Heights, Apartment 8, Constellation City. Hey! Hey! You or you? Me? You're my neighbor. Oh. Oh. You. That's my line. And that's still the wrong address. You're apartment 10, not 8. That's why I keep getting the wrong mail. Oh no. God forbid you have to take 3 steps over here. Hey, you be quiet. You might damage more of my mail. Damage? You burst several of my blood bags. Hey, that did I should have took a picture. It was on the wrong side. I didn't do that. I wouldn't have kicked it if it hadn't been in front of my door. Yeah. You kicked my mail? Well, I fell over it. Is it my fault that you can't look where you're going? Leave chat or you're insufferable. You're insufferable. Mailed. No way your luck is that bad. You woke up before your alarm even went off. Honestly, you'd barely managed to sleep that night. But it was a new day now. That's right, positive thoughts. Feeling bad didn't help anyone. A new day would bring new opportunities. As for your new neighbor, you'd try being nice to him today. I'm not that positive. You would apologize for yesterday and cut ties. Alright, fine. I want to pursue this a bit more. We'll be nice to him, I guess. You did kind of kick his mail. Hey, tripped over his mail. Me. Soon enough, your alarm interrupted your thoughts. After a shower, you grabbed an apple from the kitchen and ran out the door. Work was only a few blocks away. If you ran, you could make it in 10 minutes, which you always did, so you could sleep a little longer. You pushed open the doors to the Space Cafe and were immediately hit by the aroma of freshly baked scones and donuts. People were already chattering at the counter, and your coworker zipped past you carrying coffee on a platter. Cute! Morning, Espoir. You waved at her and quickly headed to the back to put on your uniform. Uniform policy was a little lax, so at least you had options. Ooh. Dressy or cool pants? I like dressy. You quickly got dressed. Cute, it's actually on my model. The day went by slowly as couple after couples came in for their weekend dates. You had to fight off the urge to roll your eyes. You smiled happily to yourself as you watched them. Aw. You couldn't help it. You were a hopeless romantic through and through. Finally, you reach the last stretch of your shift. Is that vampire dude gonna come in 5 minutes before we close? If that's the case, I'm gonna kick him in the knees. It was late afternoon, and though the chattering had not died down at all, you knew it would at least be someone else's problem soon. Looking up, you glanced over the crowded cafe. There were quite a few interesting guests. A weregirl was sitting by herself at a table, picking at her food. Is she a wolf that turns into a girl, or is she a girl that turns into something else? By the register, a fiendish woman and a fae were playfully arguing over who would pay the bill. Meanwhile, an older couple were sitting by a window, seriously bickering over desserts. By the door, a tiny golem was holding the door for another equally small golem. Oh. You watched as they stepped out, and yet another customer came in. He was a tall man with red eyes and pale blue hair. Wait. Wasn't that your neighbor? Your sexy neighbor? Your hot neighbor? Your neighbor with the slender chest and abs? Try to be nice. You straightened up a little and gave him your best attempt at a warm smile. Hey, neighbor. That seemed to freeze him in place for a moment. Then he went right back to his smug demeanor. Wow, isn't this a delightful coincidence? That's a cute top. Let me borrow that top. He was wearing bright pink sunglasses and a blue button-up. Plastered on his face was an amused grin, showing off 2 very sharp fangs. Yeah, what a coinky-dink. Yeah, what a great coincidence, you smiled brightly. He looked at you like he was considering something for a second. Are you always... Never mind. Whatever you're about to say, yes. Deal with it! Could I get an espresso to go? Sure. Can I have your name, please? Oh yeah, do we not know his name yet? You pulled a cup out and got your marker ready, determined to see this through. It's Lennox, but you can just use Knox. He thinks he's so cool. Knox left soon after you handed him his coffee. You lingered a while past the end of your shift so you could be sure to not run into him. You had lived in cramped apartments long enough to know that the worst thing in the world was getting caught in the elevator with someone you weren't thrilled to talk to. Hey, I'm thrilled to talk to him. He hasn't gotten on my nerves that bad. Yet. Fortunately, your apartment in Violet Heights was only on the 2nd floor, so you rarely took the elevator anyways. Then again, being caught in the stairwell couldn't be much better. You'd probably try to outpace each other. You made your way down the hallway to your room, thanking the stars that there was no one there. Why can't you even be happy for me? You let out an audible sigh. This again. Oh, yes, I'm so happy that you've decided to abandon me here while you go chase your dreams. You fiddled with your lock, cursing the landlord with every unsuccessful jiggle of your key. So I should just give up on everything so you can be happy? You were fine with that when I was the one leaving everything behind for you. Ooh. Your door finally clicked open, and you quickly stepped in. You quickly pulled off your shoes and tossed them haphazardly to an unoccupied corner. You should probably eat something before you unwind. What's in the fridge? Ooh. Work schedule. What's the hearts for? Work schedule. I'm off tomorrow. That's nice. Yeah. Microwave. You found some leftovers inside and just heated them. It didn't take long for the microwave to ding, letting you know your meal was ready. You munched on your leftovers as you headed to your computer. Did I leave that in the microwave? Or did I take it out of the fridge and then put it in the microwave? You turn on your PC to do some browsing. Ding! A notification? Where's that screaming coming from? Right. Could you be less noisy? Hey, it's not me. It's coming from apartment 7. Ugh, can they shut up? I'm gonna complain. They're just having a hard time right now. Don't you dare bother them. So, Espoir. Yeah? Want to send me your address? You should have it since it's on your mail for some unexplainable reason. Don't play games with me! Yes, unexplainable, a real mystery. We'll never know why. Actually, I wanted to ask what you're doing on this site. Shut up! You first! Well, actually, I own the site, LOL. Say what? I probably should not have done that. Ow. I forgot about it until recently. Wow, you had to make a whole site to find somebody willing to put up with you. I should play this again and really bully him. Or maybe I just needed a snack.
Oh no! Oh dear!
Anyway, I've told you why I'm here. Your turn. Alright, fair. Alright. Well, my horoscope said... Yeah, a magazine told me to. Pretty much. Yeah. What? I'm even more confused. My favorite magazine said my ideal type would be a vampire. Then the pop-up appeared. Yeah, that's pretty much the long and short of it. That's very you, XD. Don't judge me. I'm not. It's cute. Oh, Ellis is back. Gotta go. Later. You slept in a little while. It was the best part of any day off. Oh yeah, the sleep. Finally, you got up and headed to the kitchen for breakfast. Once you had finished breakfast, you quickly showered and got dressed. Normally, days off were for staying in PJs and lazing about and playing 10 hours of Pal World. But you had to get groceries today. Aw, alright. You sped through your shopping, wanting to spend as little of your precious day off doing chores as possible. You glanced over at your basket of groceries. It seemed like you had everything. You could probably stop by the snacks aisle. You could get your neighbor something. Yeah, why not? You could do... Well, since I'm going to be a butt to him later, let's get him a little present. Let's give him a little warming, apartment warming gift. To make up for the blood bags, you meandered over to the snacks aisle, browsing your options. What did vampires like? Coffee and blood? Fortunately, there were plenty of candies for just that. You got the, Bloody Lips blood-based candies, Drac Coffee hard candy, Plasma Delights blood-infused chocolate. That seems a bit romantic. You quickly put it in your shopping basket. A laughing from behind you somewhere stopped you in your tracks before you could leave the aisle. Your heart sped up as you slowly turned around. A few steps down from you, a woman with violet skin and red hair was laughing with a man. They acted like teenagers in love, although they were clearly much older than that. Aww. Normally, this sort of thing would have you smiling to yourself and fantasizing about your prospective happily ever after. This scene, however, was doing the opposite for you in the moment. It suddenly felt like your future was bleak and hopeless. Hey, that's the void coming in. You don't listen to him. These people were not strangers. Well, one of them. Oh. The man, at least, was your ex-boyfriend. The woman was not the one he had cheated on you with. Old habits die hard, you supposed, as he and the woman whispered to each other. You quickly and quietly stepped away. You were frozen in place. You sighed and left quickly before you caused a scene. Let's get out of here. We got stuff to do. We got places to be. You quickly and quietly stepped away. You couldn't believe now that you had ever seen anything in him. You'd been entirely smitten before. Now, in hindsight, you were disappointed in past you for being so dumb. Hey. The walk home felt longer than usual, as your mind whirled with thoughts of the past. So many regrets, so many bad decisions. You quietly walked down the familiar hallway to your apartment. Something was different, though. Standing in the hallway were some of your neighbors, carrying boxes out of their apartment in silence. Aw. Yeah. You know, you gotta do what you gotta do. It's about time they went their separate ways. You knew all about holding on for way too long. This was the better outcome. You stepped into your apartment. You barely closed the door behind you when you heard your computer beep from your room. Did you see the screaming neighbors are leaving? I was gonna go over there today, but they were already moving stuff out. I saw. What's up with you? I ran into my ex. I don't want to talk about it. I'm just having a bad day. Please comfort me, sexy vampire man. Wait. You stared at your screen for a few more minutes, but no new messages came. You wondered what he was up to, right as there was a knock on your door.
Oh.
It was him. Sir, do you know what a proper shirt is? Yeah, he was shirtless again, looking disrespectfully at your Adonis belt, sir. It was very distracting. See something you like? Here. He handed you something. A full tub of ice cream. Aw, I don't know if this is trolling or if this is sweet. It'll help. I know for a fact because if it's enough to help Ellis and his issues, it'll definitely help you.
Thank you.
You teared up a little.
Thank you.
Hey, now, it's okay. He gave you an unsure pat on the head. There. That got a giggle out of you. And you patting my fro, even though I'm currently not wearing my fro. Much better.
Hey, I got some treats for you.
I got a snack for the snack around here. The rest of your day off fortunately went by much better. There was no denying the ice cream definitely helped.
Thank you for the ice cream yesterday.
No worries. Can't let my favorite neighbor suffer too much. Be honest, I'm the only neighbor you know, aren't I?
Ha!
Details. 2 days later.
Knox!
Yes, Espoir, may I help you with something?
I got your mail again.
I wonder how that happened. Do try not to kick it. Bloodstains are so difficult to deal with.
What are you scheming?
I'll never tell. You're just so cute when you're mad.
Sounds like you want more of your mail destroyed.
Lol, I'll come get it in a bit. If
what?
If you agree to come with me to the Saturn Festival next weekend. We've only known each other for like 4 days and you're asking me to the Saturn Festival.
Oh, it's a date?
Sure is.
Like gasp.
A few days later, you paused on the walk home from the store. Rogue Magazine had finally put out a new edition, and you couldn't wait another second to read it. Specifically, the horoscope. You better not tell me to not smooch a vampire. You pulled the glossy magazine from your bag and opened the horoscope's page, scanning over it until you found yours. Horoscope. Today is the day for making your own fate. Don't wait. Forge your own path today and see what happens. Forge your own path. That seems kind of vague. Those words repeated in your head all the way home. That's a cool shirt. You okay? You had nearly bumped into... Should you forge your own path? Just this once? Kiss him? Don't kiss him? That seems a bit... I'm not gonna kiss him because that seems a bit weird. We're not even moved in together yet. Don't you worry, I'm not gonna forget to kiss him. You wanted to take this slow. The path you wanted to forge was slow and steady. Your first kiss with Knox did come eventually, under a moonlit sky after some good-natured bickering over who had forgotten the picnic blanket. Now, nearly a year later, you were still just as in love. Aww, this wasn't the happily ever after you had imagined, because the happily ever after you had imagined was nothing compared to this. This was a fairy tale ending just for you, and there was still so much of it to experience.
The end. Oh, it's so sweet.
What if I'm a little bit meaner to him? Who are you? He raised an eyebrow at that. Shouldn't I be asking that? So are you going to tell me what you want, or... Oh, right. God, this was awkward, 'cause I'm looking disrespectfully. Mail! Don't mind me, I'm just checking the mail. Get it? 'Cause His mail came to my door, and it wasn't my mail, so I had to bring his mail to his apartment, and he is also a male, and I'm checking him out. Checking the mail. Checking the... Oh yeah, when you chat with XX Demon Demnox XXX, what if I leave the chat? You know what? Goodbye. You gonna make fun of me for falling over the mail that shouldn't have been in my house in the first place? Good day, sir. I said good day. 2 years later. Ring, ring, ring. Hello? Yes? Really? That's incredible news. Thank you. You put down the telephone and excitedly jump up and down a few times. Love hadn't worked out for you, and you never did meet the vampire of your dreams. But you had just gotten your dream job, and that was more than enough. Sure, you had been a little broken up about being alone at first, but honestly, time mended that wound beautifully. Spending more time with yourself had taught you a lot, and now you had a bunch of free time to spend on friends and personal goals. And fictional husbands and visual novels. Maybe love would still come, or maybe it wouldn't. One thing was for certain, though. You knew you would handle whatever life threw at you, even if you did it alone. You wouldn't just succeed, you would thrive. The end. I like this ending. This is a nice ending. What if I'm really mean to him instead? Stupid neighbor, stupid magazine, stupid ex-boyfriend. You pouted, staring up at the ceiling. It's like the universe was conspiring to make you upset. This was all the neighbor's fault. If it wasn't for him, you might have met someone you liked last night. Soon enough, your alarm interrupted your thoughts. You had to fight off the urge to roll your eyes at the happy couples. So what if you were bitter? You dealt with a lot. Maybe you'd earned the right to be just a little bit bitter. Finally, you reached the last stretch of your shift. Wasn't that your neighbor? Quickly escape to the staff room. Whee! You didn't need to deal with this. You could wait for him to leave and then make your way home. Unfortunately, the cafe guests weren't aware of your escape attempts and kept getting in the way. You turned around to check for a different route and made direct eye contact with your neighbor. Dang it.
Well, isn't this a delightful coincidence?
Yeah, delightful, you said sarcastically. He seemed to enjoy your response quite a bit, giving an amused chuckle. Oh no, he's into me being mean! He leaned on the counter, looking you up and down. Hey, just because I'm cute as a button.
Nice uniform.
Shut up, I'm trying to be mean. He smirked at you. Before you could respond or tell him off, he changed the subject.
Can I get an espresso to go?
You pulled out a cup and a marker. Name?
What about it?
You blankly stared at him, not interested in whatever game this was. He chuckled again, seemingly enjoying your responses.
Lennox. Just Knox is fine, though.
Knox left soon after you handed him his coffee.
Actually, I wanted to ask what you're doing on this site. This site that I own. This site that I made specifically.
Are you judging me for being on a site we're both using?
Not at all. Actually, I own the site. Lol. I forgot about it until recently.
Wow, you had to make a whole site to find someone willing to put up with you.
Or maybe I just needed a snack. Anyway, I've told you why I'm here. Your turn.
Why do you care?
No need to be so defensive. I won't bite.
Hey.
Yet.
Let's see, I'm looking for love. A magazine told me to. I want runs in my life. Looking for love, I guess.
And how's that working out?
Well, I'm talking to you, so... Not great. Beat it, nerd.
LOL, ouch. Oh, Ellis is back. Gotta go.
Bye. The next day, you woke up in a panic. You had overslept, or your alarm hadn't gone off. Whoops. Well, that's what you thought. Until you got to the kitchen and checked your work schedule. Turned out you had the day off. Didn't even notice. Too busy not flirting with these vampires. Let's see, let's not get my neighbor anything. Did I even give him the little treat? No, you didn't want to make another detour. It was your day off. You still needed to wash your work uniform. You did glance over the shelves by the register, though, scanning for any new copies of Rogue magazine. Nothing. They always sold out so quickly, though they also hadn't put out an edition in a while. Well, you could check online once you got home. Once your groceries were bagged and ready, you turned to leave, already trying to work out how many extra hours of sleep you could sneak in today. Oh, that sounds heavenly. You were nearly out of the door when the sound of a man laughing stopped you dead in your tracks. You turned around almost robotically and glanced back to where you had been moments ago. Sure enough, you recognized that laugh. You couldn't forget it. Standing by the register, holding hands with a violet-skinned woman with blazing red hair, was none other than your cheating ex-boyfriend. You were frozen in place for a moment, not sure what to do. Where's the make a scene button? That scumbag, just seeing him again teed me off. Listen, you. Let's see, cursed him under your breath as you left, took a deep breath to calm down. Hoped he'd get hit by a space bus. Space bus. Yeah, we're being petty. Cursed him under your breath. Stupid jerk. You should have known not to trust a guy who only laughs at his own jokes. Dang it, where's the make a scene button? Where's the listen you button? Where's the turn to his girlfriend and say, you know he cheated on me and he's probably cheating with you right now button? Here. He handed you something. A full tub of ice cream. I have been nothing but a jerk to you this entire time, and you still give me some ice cream. You couldn't help but laugh. It was endearing. Ellis being consoled by ice cream was a funny thought. Knox bringing you ice cream to help was perhaps even funnier. Thank you. Delighted to be of service. Oh no, I'm falling in love with him anyway. Sounds like you want more of your mail destroyed. LOL, I'll come get it in a bit. If you agree to come with me to the Saturn Festival next weekend. Oh, it's not a date, right? That depends entirely on you. It's not a date then. That works for me. Does it? Does it actually? So essentially, Ellis is finally, after much effort on my part, off the market. Good for them! How benevolent of you to put so much effort into finding your friend a date. It's definitely because you want him to be happy and not because you wanted the apartment, right? Knox only grinned at that. You both knew the answer. Oh, is this the platonic ending? It had been a few months now since you fell over that parcel in front of your door. Knox had very annoyingly continued using your address for mail delivery. It was fine, though. You became good friends over that time, though he still drove you a little mad sometimes. Life wasn't what you had imagined. It wasn't exactly the happily ever after you had imagined, but that didn't mean it was bad. The opposite, actually. Life was calm and steady, and every day brought new joys. Leaning on the cafe counter and talking to Knox like this, you were certain that the future was still bright. The end. Oh, he's so sweet. I was trying to be mean. I didn't forget. We're getting that smooch. We're getting that smooch right now. Now or never. Oh. With your heart pounding in your ears, you took a leap of faith. Knox seemed caught off guard for only a second as your lips collided. Then you felt his hand on the small of your back as he pulled you into him, deepening the kiss. It felt as though a million butterflies had spawned in your stomach as his fangs brushed over your lips. It was a kiss that felt as though it could last an eternity, and yet it ended far too soon. Knox pulled back. Careful. I bite, you know. There was a sultry tone to his voice. I can't believe you beat me to it.
He. I'm glad I did. He.
You couldn't keep the smile off your face. Are you free right now? Let's go get something to eat.
I thought our first date was this weekend. He shrugged.
I suddenly don't feel like waiting anymore.
The end. Oh! he's so sweet. Aw.
Well, that was Single Vampires in Your Area. Though this game was made for a game jam, I believe the developer would like to continue it. So there will be a link in the description to this developer where you can follow them for any more development. And if you would like to see more hot visual novel guys with their chests all out, be sure to like, subscribe, or interact in any way that's comfortable for you, as we're trying to make it to 100,000 subscribers. But until next time, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Take care of yourself, have a great night, and remember, there is always hope.